Hi, my name is Laura Valfrey, and I'm here to talk to you about the benefits of learning a different language. Let's start by defining the word language. According to www.merriam-webster.com, language is a system of words or signs that people use to express thoughts and feelings to each other. Any one system of human language that are used and understood by a particular group. Also, words of a particular kind. There are different ways of saying hello. Hello, hola, guten tag, aloha, bonjour, shalom, namaste, konnichiwa, salve, ciao, xin chao, ni hao. According to www.standard.net, there are 6,000 languages in the world, and many of them are not taught. These different ways of saying hello are just a few of the languages that we hear and are most familiar with here in the United States. English, Spanish, German, Hawaiian, French, Hebrew, Hindi, Japanese, Italian, Vietnamese, and Mandarin Chinese, and also the silent language known as American Sign Language, referring to www.anthropolis.com. There are many benefits to learning a new language, both cognitive and academic, from studying any foreign language. There are few key points such as cognitive ability, cultural sensitivity, better language skills, new relationships. Learning a second language protects against Alzheimer's and also employment. Cognitive ability. Studies have shown that learning a second language boosts cognitive skills. According to the American Council on Teaching Foreign Languages, of the dozens of studies it cites, one study from 1994 performed by C.G. Carr found that students who studied a foreign language performed higher in reading comprehension, language mechanics, and language expressions than those who did not. Another study in psychology and aging reports that bilingualism helps to offset age-related losses in certain executive processes, supporting the theory that proficiency in a second language helps combat age-related memory loss. Cultural sensitivity. Learning a foreign language gives you an opportunity to learn and appreciate other cultures. If your partner's in-laws, friends, family speaks different language, learning that language will help you communicate with them. It can also give you a better understanding of their culture and way of thinking. If your family spoke a particular language in the past, you might want to learn it and possibly teach it to your children. It could also be useful if you research your family tree and some of the documentation is in a different language. Better language skills. As students learn the meaning of words in another language, they will find similarities to their own language or roots that they share. Analyzing how sentences are structured in another language leads to greater knowledge of the structure of the student's native tongue. One language draws comparison to another, imparting a greater understanding of both. New relationships. Studying a new language can help establish new relationship, whether it's long-term or short-term. I once learned a few words in Mandarin Chinese, so when I went out to eat at a Chinese restaurant, I could communicate with the server. I learned that not very many people say ni hao to their server. When my kids said ni hao to the server at the Chinese restaurant, he was very impressed and made sure we had great dining experience. He even went to brag to the other servers about his table. Soon after, a couple of other servers passed by and waved. I believe that it gives the other person an opportunity and a chance and a sense of belonging to whom they are trying to communicate. Since there is a language barrier, I'm sure that there's a bit of relief that they will be able to communicate. Learning a second language protects against Alzheimer's. According to www.foxnews.com, bilingual people, the theory goes, constantly have to exercise this brain system to prevent their two languages from interfering with another. Their brain must sort through multiple options for each word, switch back and forth between the two languages, and keep everything straight. All this work seems to confer a cognitive benefit, an ability to cope with the going gets tough and the brain is besieged with a disease such as Alzheimer's. It is not that being bilingual prevents the disease. Instead, it allows those who develop Alzheimer's to deal with it better. Employment. While it is important to know your native language, it can be just as important to know another language. For example, if you are a teacher who knows only English, applying for a teaching position against another teacher who is multilingual, who do you think will be the better candidate? There are plenty of Spanish-speaking teachers, but what about those children who are deaf or speak a different language? Would you not want to learn sign language and go for that position that not very many people are seeking after? Your chances have just increased by learning and knowing sign language. Those chances will land you a position faster than the ones that not everyone is applying for. Some solutions to learning or studying a new language would be to go online and Google the languages that you would like to learn more about. There's also youtube.com, where you can hear songs and visualize language learning experience. If you want to get a more in-depth learning of a language, there are programs out there such as Rosetta Stone. You may even want to pick up a book and read about how to learn a different language, or you could take college courses. So what would you look like by learning a new language? It would be pretty successful knowing that you have broadened your horizons by being able to communicate to a larger number of people that you would not have been able to communicate with before, thus giving you a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. In conclusion, go ahead. I strongly encourage you to learn a new language. There are many benefits such as cognitive ability, cultural sensitivity, better language skills, new relationships, protection against Alzheimer's, and employment. So, as Nelson Mandela once said, if you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. But if you talk to him in his language, it goes to his heart.